The story of Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham meets the visitors. Abraham was sitting at the entrance of his tent when three men appeared near him. They were not ordinary men. They were messengers from God. Abraham welcomed them with food and water. After eating, one of the men, who was the Lord himself, told Abraham that Sarah, his wife, would soon have a son. Then the Lord shared something with Abraham. The cries against Sodom and Gomorrah are very great. Their sin is terrible. I will go down and see if the evil is as bad as the outcry that has reached me. Abraham, worried about the righteous people living there, pleaded with God. Will you sweep away the righteous with the wicked? What if there are 50 righteous people there? God replied, If I find 50 righteous people in the city, I will spare the whole place for their sake. Abraham kept asking, lowering the number 45, 40, 30, 20, and finally 10. God answered, For the sake of 10 righteous people, I will not destroy it. The angels arrive in Sodom. That evening, 2 angels arrived in Sodom. Lot, Abraham's nephew, was sitting at the city gate. He saw them and invited them to his house for the night. At first, they said they would spend the night in the square, but Lot insisted strongly, and they went with him. Before they could sleep, the men of Sodom, young and old, surrounded the house. They shouted to Lot, Where are the men who came to you tonight? Bring them out so we can abuse them. Lot begged them not to do this evil. He even offered his 2 daughters instead, but the men refused and tried to break the door. The angels pulled Lot inside and shut the door. Then they struck the men outside with blindness so they could not find the entrance. Lot and his family are warned. The angels said to Lot, Do you have anyone else here? Sons-in-law, sons, daughters, or anyone in the city? Bring them out. We are going to destroy this place because the outcry to the Lord against its people is so great. Lot told his sons-in-law to escape, but they thought he was joking and did not believe him. At dawn, the angels urged Lot, Hurry, take your wife and your 2 daughters, or you will be swept away. Still, Lot hesitated. The angels took them by the hands and led them out of the city, for the Lord was merciful to them. One angel said, Flee for your lives. Don't look back. Don't stop anywhere in the plain. Flee to the mountains, or you will be destroyed. God destroys the cities. As the sun rose, Lot and his family ran toward a small town called Zoar. Then the Lord rained down burning sulfur, fire and brimstone from heaven on Sodom and Gomorrah. The cities, the people, the plants, everything was destroyed. But Lot's wife disobeyed the command. She looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Abraham sees the destruction. Early the next morning, Abraham went to the place where he had stood before the Lord. He looked down toward Sodom and Gomorrah. Smoke was rising from the land like smoke from a furnace. God destroyed the cities of the plain because of their wickedness, but he remembered Abraham and saved Lot out of the catastrophe. Message of the story: God is merciful but also just. Sin brings destruction if there is no repentance. Obedience to God's instructions saves lives.